afternoon. I haven't done a coil securement video in a while. I have plenty of them, and I've done a lot of just showing you brush up stuff as I go on some of my ride along videos. But let's do an updated one, because you can never have too many of these on YouTube anyway. I'm gonna hop out and show you how this starts. See you in a second. Alright, we're in Blytheville, Arkansas, waiting to get in to the 700 bay at Nucor Specialty Mill. They actually make you set your deck up now before you come in here normally, because guys won't do it, but they'll wait till they pull in there and then they'll slowly meander about and get their junk out. Don't be that guy. We got our deck set up. This is a 45,000 pound coil. Each one of these little coil racks are only rated for 10,000 pounds. Biggest mistake guys make. They make some bigger ones that are rated at 25,000, and that's a different deal. But most guys just have these little ones, and they'll just throw 2 or 3, and it's a DOT violation waiting to happen. So I got 5 because I need 5. 4 won't do it because it's 45,000. So I got 50,000 pounds worth. Got all my chains out, binders out, even sprayed them with WD-40. Got my bungee cords ready to go, coil bag, pad. I even got edge protectors. I probably won't need those, we'll see. Depends on what coil I get. If I get one that has the hard plastic insert, which is pretty common nowadays, they're going to that because guess why? Guys just wouldn't use edge protectors. So I may or may not need them, we'll see. I got my racks down on rubber mats. One, it keeps them from sliding. 2, it also makes things ride better. It gives you a little shock absorber. Now, as you can see, my boards are well used. I haul coils every week, multiple times a week normally. Now, if it's a wrap coil, I won't bother putting rubber between the boards and the coil. Now, if he brought me a finished coil that wasn't wrapped, I'd be grabbing a couple rubbers, these rubber pads to put on the boards to protect the coil. But I'm sure this coil is going to be wrapped in paper and stretch wrap, so we'll be good. All right, and we'll just show you how we secure it as we go. All right, see you in a bit. See if I can zoom in. How's it going to show up? Let's see if I can find a clear spot in the window. What were we just talking about? This guy has 2 small coil racks. I guarantee you he's getting a coil over 20,000 pounds. He looks like a noob. Or maybe there's somebody who parked his dry van trying to make a little more money at Flatbed. He doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. And that's a big DOT violation right there. It also looks like he doesn't have beveled timbers, which can damage the coils. Hey, it is what it is. I see it every day out here. Guys think they know what they're doing and they don't, or guys that just don't care, either way. But right there's a DOT violation, and they've been pretty lax the last few years, but it'll only take them getting a wild hair to do a big crackdown, and then you'll be in trouble. I actually seen a guy get shut down, and he had to hire 2 wreckers to come out, pick the coil up, and put more racks underneath his timbers. So it does happen. Play stupid games long enough, you'll win stupid prizes eventually. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, now we just wait for the crane man. Looks like he's throwing on a couple on some rail cars, then he'll bring it. And I always, of course, you center everything to this wood strip, but I got that center coil rack right in the middle. Makes it real easy, so you'll just tell him move it left, move it right, whatever, and he'll set it down. Here you throw 1 chain or 2, whatever makes you feel better, and you get out of the building. Alright, there's a little spot outside to finish chaining up and tarping. Alright, see you in a minute. For those of you guys that have never seen it, Just a big old donut, 40,000 plus pound, all of metal. Hopefully he ain't getting 4. But it is what it is. We wait our turn. As soon as he drops mine on, you gotta check your coil number. There's that right there, coil number. Make sure they put the right one on you. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we got our donut. Got our one chain on it. Get out of the building. I'll get all the chains and explain how, reason, why I put those. I use ratchet binders. I retired the snap binders a couple years ago. Just been hit by them too many times and I'm too old for that crap. These are much better. They get them tighter and they don't come loose. And if they do come loose, I can reach my hand up under here easily and crank them down a little. Snap binder, not so much. Got to undo everything so you can get a big bar under there. So, let me get working on this and we'll show you as we go. See you, bye. We got her all secured. Now, first thing, I like to alternate binders because this is not pulling straight down. It's actually pulling at an angle, and putting them all on one side does put a little twist in the trailer. Not a lot, but it can be enough to maybe increase a rollover. So I just don't like doing it. I mean, the rollers pull straight down. You know, they're going straight down. These are pulling at an angle. All right. These new trailers, I guess they're rating the single spool as much as the double spool. But I'm old school, and a lot of trailers are not like that. So double spools is stronger, and a lot of trailers are rated higher. And then I wrap single pockets. Single pockets, double spools, I don't mix anything, and I don't hook pockets unless I have to. And you lose a little securement credit when you do that. So now we'll get up there and we'll throw the pad and the coil bag on. You think, why need a pad? I don't know, look at this right here. Now, sloping off the back, that probably wouldn't get me. But something like that, even with a wrapped coil right there, will tear my coil bag. So I'm just so used to throwing that felt blanket over it. It only takes me an extra 2 minutes. So I just do it every time. Wrapped coil or unwrapped. See you in a minute. Oh, almost forgot. You get these all tightened down good, take your winch bar and run around and hit them as hard as you can. A lot of times you'll get kinks in these chains and you won't see them. Sometimes they'll be up in the center, and hitting it, that vibration will knock the kink out. So a lot of times I whack one of these and they come loose. It's no big deal. Now's the time to have it come loose. Just tighten it up and go. All right, up to do the blankie. See you in a minute. All right. Got my big felt blanket on there, a couple ratchet straps. Now I'll just drop my coil bag on, get down, anchor 4 corners, and then show you how we do that. Pretty easy peasy. See you in a minute. All right, let's throw the coil bag on. Nice thing about them, they're tapered so the wind doesn't really blow them off. I got the 4 quarters anchored, the flap folded under a little bit, and now it's just bungee cords gone wild. See you when we're done. I just throw a few along the bottom, then we go to the other side and do a few, then back and forth. If you don't do that, it'll pull the bag or your tarp to one side. So we got a few over here, now we go to the other side. All right, why do I got my hard hat on inside the truck? I don't know, I want to be like Maverick. No, I've been done for a while. I even cleaned up, changed shirts, ate something. I'm waiting for the clock to hit 2 hours. If you know why, you know why. So we'll get out and check this out, and then we will be out of here. See you in a minute. All right, there we go. Nice and clean. You know, these guys, they waste time wrapping that strap around this. Looks like crap. If you just throw a few more bungees, you wouldn't have to do that Sanford & Son stuff. Nice and clean. All my bungees are behind the rail. That's just my thing. Got the axle slid apart. Back up, get the pins in, and off we go. All right, y'all. I got a coil tomorrow too. Guess I could throw that in. maybe I'll just cut it here. We'll see. All right, God bless you. Bye now. Well, good morning from Gary, Indiana. About 20, 25 trucks waiting to unload. We got up here about 11 o'clock last night. It's a long day yesterday. I unloaded and then loaded that coil. Plus did 660 miles. But luckily, my 10 hours is up in about 25 minutes. They're so nice here. They came out, pulled my truck in the building, unstrapped everything, unloaded the coil, and then put all my stuff on the deck and strapped it down so I can go get my next one. Isn't that cool? At least that's the story I'm sticking to. So if you notice, I did have to put the edge protectors on that because I couldn't tell if the rubber insert was in there or not, because they had it stretched wrapped up so good. So we're gonna go about 20 miles, pick up another coil, a big one, 48-1. That's as big as I can haul. In fact, I got to run about a half a tank of fuel all the way back, or I'll be over gross. I'm 32.2, so that would put me at 80,400. I do have an APU, so I think I get about a 450 pound credit for that in Illinois, but we'll just run it a half a tank of fuel and we'll be right at 80-ish. They usually don't. Most states, it's hard to tell. He's got to be on his game because I got a spread axle, so all the axles will be legal. They don't really flag you down unless you're about 1,000 overweight, generally. So, and it's a good paying coil. It's that's why I took it, because it's so heavy. A lot of guys can't or won't move it because if you haven't hauled a lot of coils, a big one. This one was 45,000. It's a decent size, but that extra 3,000 makes a difference, and it's taller, and it can be intimidating. But we'll show you how to secure that, and that should be enough footage, because I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the week. Could be more coils. Who knows? All right, y'all, I'm gonna get back in and have some coffee. See you in a little bit. Well, forgot my gloves. Just waiting on the crane man. Nothing changes. The only thing I did different on this is a little bit heavy. I slide my coil racks a little bit more towards the back, so I can haul more weight on the back. I know you can't overload the front axle because of the arch in the trailer. Here he comes. See you in a minute. All right, we're all done. I'll show you a few tricks here. If you've never loaded coils up here in Chicago, I'm in Portage, Detroit, places like that, man, so prepare yourself. It's fast paced. I mean, these local guys, they don't have any tolerance for jinking around, so have your stuff ready to go, or they will start screaming and honking at you. I mean, some of these Conestoga guys might do that anyways, and then they get the one finger salute from me and I slow down. Anyways, I won't give you my Conestoga rant, but seems like once someone gets a Conestoga, I think they're in some club and they're better than flatbedders, and we need to yield to them. And homie, don't play that. So anyways, I'm gonna flip this around and show you a couple things kind of important on a coil like this. I'll show you on a smaller coil, 30, 40,000. I mean, you could be off your center a little bit. Where if you don't get them to set it in the right spot, a couple inches one way or the other. This one, no. This over 48,000, it needs to be dead center, and be serious about it, because this thing can roll you and kill you. In fact, in my career, I've seen a couple of trucks roll over in the truck stop trying to back into a spot because they get the trailer jerking around, they get too much bend on it. They get impatient and start slamming in gear and pulling forward, and the next thing you know, there's a point of no return and the coil wins. So flip that around and show you that, and a couple things maybe I missed on the last one. All right, hold up. And then this should be enough footage for another coil video, a newer one. All right, hold on. All right, we got Big Ugly. This is a no tarp coil. It's a no salt coil, so as long as there's no salt, don't worry about it, rock and roll. A lot of you company guys, Maverick Melton, they're gonna make you tarp it anyways because they don't trust you to make that judgment. So it is what it is. No snow in the forecast, no salt on the road. We're good to go. Obviously it's big, ugly, and rusty and sits outside, so getting wet is not an issue. In fact, I got a big chunk of mud on the other side. But one thing I didn't show you, keep your hooks. I like to keep the bend of my hook to the deck. Not so much on coils, because at this angle, it's probably all right, but chaining other things down, if you have this point on the deck and you're ratcheting over there, it can actually pull it off or pull it, and then it'll dip down in there. And if you don't catch it, it's not a good thing. So I like to keep, I call it the points up and the bend down. So, all right. And then, like I said, I alternate my binders. I got 5 chains, so I got 2 binders over here, 3 on the other side. I don't like to pull to one side. Because like I said, it's not pulling straight down, it's pulling crossways, and it will put a slight twist in the trailer. And with a coil this big, you don't want to encourage the trailer to twist anyway. You want it to stay as level as you can. So this one, you gotta be real good, man. I mean, get it right on, mine's dead money. I've been doing this a long time, but if I would have misjudged, I'm actually making pick it up and move it, because this one's too big. But you can see this line right here is dead even with my coil. We'll go to the other side. This couldn't be more in the center. All right. Here's the same spot on the other side of the trailer. Right, see that weld? Right even with this trailer, or this coil. I mean, this coil is dead center, and that's where you want it. On a big coil like this, you don't want to play around. This thing, if you've never hauled one of these, well, it's going to be an interesting first ride for you, because they really twist and you'll feel it. I mean, I'm used to it, it doesn't bother me, but honestly, it scares the hell out of a lot of guys. I mean, that thing it's taller than me, and I'm 6 foot tall. So if I get up there, the coil's bigger than me. So, and it's hard to see, but yeah, I'm almost center, I guess. Nah, I'm a little back. I tried to move my racks a little bit back to put a little more weight. And I know I said it real quick. Everybody thinks they're gonna overload this front axle. You're not, because the arch in the trailer flattens out. And as it flattens out, let me back up. If this trailer is dead empty, okay, the rear axle has more weight on it than the front axle because of the arch. The arch is lifting this front one up a little bit. As the weight flattens it out, this one gains and catches up to that one. It's like the manufacturers knew what they were doing. So you're not going to overload the front axle unless you really set it right over it, but then you probably overloaded the back too. So the reason I did that is I'm probably a little over 80,000 right now. I'm gonna burn some fuel, and I can haul more weight in the back than I can up on my drives, obviously, right? And go 40 back here, 34 up there. So same thing. I threw my edge protectors on because I had them out. I mean, you don't really have to do it on this old ugly coil, but it don't hurt. Especially if you're an owner operator, you just tend to do things maybe you don't need to do. Because if there's ever a claim, even though the cargo insurance is going to cover it, there is a deductible, and that's probably coming out of your pocket. So I already had them out, we threw them on. We need them or not? Who cares? They're on there. Then I just bungeed up the chains to make it look clean, and we're off and going. So, all right, guys, let's just wrap it up. Got any questions, put them in the comments. God bless you. Bye now. Morning. I got some bonus footage for you. When I ended the video yesterday, I didn't even know what I was going to load today, but we got coils of different kind. Might as well throw it in a coil video. These are Slinky coils. These are the big Slinkies. They have different size ones. I can only haul 9. Sometimes I'll put 9 or 10 of these on. The big ones, it's like 11 or 15. I can't remember. They're much smaller. And you secure them basically the same way, but I don't usually butterfly on those, because if I do, I just do the front, middle, and back. But these are big enough you want to butterfly all of them, because they can do bad things. So let's flip it around and we'll show you what we got. All right, got our Slinkies on. Now everything is butterflied over the top. These first 2 straps, not the butterflies, but this, are pulling this way towards the center. And the back, the same way, pulling the opposite way. Everything pulls to the center. So you butterfly and wrap. And I'll show you a little quick, I'll show you something. As tight as I have that, this strap's still kind of loose. As they shake going down the road, you got to stop on these quite a bit and tighten them up. But these center straps, make sure you pull it to not a pocket, but a spool, because the edge of that pocket will cut your straps. All right, so it's to a spool. All of these are to a spool. Same thing on the other side, to the spool. So see, it's all pulling this way towards the center from the back, then pulling this way from the front to the center, and then back to the center. And the ones pulling this way are against spools. You wouldn't want to put it here. Put it right here and then straight across, same thing on a spool. All right, everything's butterflied up. Pulling that each way like I showed you. And stop a lot. And as soon as I get out the gate here, I will stop and tighten these up again. Then I'll go about 25 miles. I got a spot I pull over, tighten them up again. Then I'll go about 70 miles, tighten them up again. I'm only going 300 miles, but I will be able to tighten them every time I stop until I get to where I'm going tonight. They just keep loosening up, so keep tightening them. Don't just take off and head 150 miles and go through a scale house. It's a good way to get a ticket. All right, guys, we'll see you. Bonus footage for you. Slinky coils. All right. And we're off trucking again. Bye now. I think I forgot to show you how to set the boards up for the coils. Not real hard, but I'll get out and show you that. I just pulled over to do a load check. I was gonna wash my truck, but the blue beacon is stacked up out to the street, so she'll have to get a bath tomorrow maybe. All right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, so you're gonna use your long boards, your 8-footers. They don't have to be beveled. You're gonna have a coil rack on each side. These coils are just under 5,000 pounds, so that's a total of 10. So you're plenty with just 2. You're good to go. I like to put them on the wood, especially on the back. If you've never loaded these before, you'll have to figure it out. I always load on mine the stake packet behind the dump valve box for this trailer, for what I want to do. If you don't know, the loader will usually help you if it's your first time. And then that will set my center coil just a hair behind my center line, which is where I want it, so I want more weight back here, okay? Same thing back here. And like I said, I like it on the wood because either you got to run back and forth or someone will help you. You can slide this last one up. Once they put these on, they'll slide this up. All right, and the rest of them just set on the deck. Some of them put these stickers, which I need to check to make sure, because sometimes these come loose. These are all right. Some places don't, okay? All right. I think that covers Slinkies. Bye, see you, bye.